Hello, everyone, and welcome back. If you are new here, I am Rachel, and this is Merciful Mornings. This is where you come for education, encouragement, and support for online teaching and also just daily life. But I'm really excited because today we're digging a little deeper into the online teaching world. I've got a guest today. This is Ingrid Moats. She is with me, and Ingrid has gotten to explore a new side of the Outschool platform that a lot of people don't know a lot about yet. And so I wanted to jump into this. She actually runs an organization on the Outschool platform, and I want to hear all about what that's like and how it goes. But I know some of you have been asking, what does that even mean? What's an organization? Or should I be teaching for one? Why would I want to do that? Or can I start my own? So we're gonna dive in today. So Ingrid, if you would just say hi, tell us who you are and kind of where you're coming from.
So hi everyone, I'm Ingrid Moats, and we have an organization called Tampa Bay Test Prep on Outschool. I've been teaching for about 20 years. I just started at Outschool in December last year, but I switched from an individual teacher to an organization in February, and I feel like it's been the best decision for me. So I was really excited that Rachel gave me this opportunity to talk about how I became an organization and some other things that we're going to get into. But thank you so much, Rachel, for inviting me on
Yes.
this.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so what does it even mean to have an organization? Because a lot of people that watch here, they are teachers on the Outschool platform, they're making their own classes, or they're interested in doing something like that. So what does it mean to have an organization on Outschool versus being the independent teacher on their marketplace?
So as an independent teacher, I did everything, the customer service, I made my own curriculum, definitely vetted out whether my curriculum was even possible to use and what I had to do to build it up if it couldn't. And I also had to, go into my classes and teach. Um, on the other hand, as an organization, I have two teachers working with me. And so we get to feed off each other's energy. We can specialize in different areas, but still fill the organization's needs. And then I do most of the customer service while the teachers can go in. If they have limited time and they just want to go in and teach, they've got everything ready for them. They do less prep time. They might talk to the parents every now and then, but it's pretty straightforward. It's almost exactly those hours you see on the calendar. You go in right before, you go after, you're done. And so none of this like weekend in the middle of the day, middle of the night, a parent messages you and you want to get back to them. You don't have to worry about that because I pretty much take care of it all.
And so also as the leader of your organization, you're providing what they teach, right? That curriculum comes from you. They don't have to come up with their own classes. Is that right?
For me, it's it's an option of what the teachers want. If the teachers want me to create the curriculum, then I can do so. So I've given the option to them if they want to be an employee or a contractor. And if they want to do what they want to do within my umbrella, they have the option of possibly being a contractor. If they want to do what my curriculum is, then they're set up as an employee.
Gotcha.
Now I don't know the legal, do what you feel like is best. Get approval, legal wise, but that's the way I run my Outschool.
Gotcha. So what did you have to go through to get approved as an organization on Outschool? What is that process like?
It was way easier than I thought. I really thought it would be really daunting. I had some things in place, so definitely make sure you have your business set up, because you're going to be hiring employees. You need to have your EIN, you need to have your business entity set up, your, all that bank account stuff. But the rest of it was just filling out an application, waiting. Must have been an incredibly busy time right then, so I had to wait a little while, like a week to maybe 2 weeks max. But then that was it. I was extremely happy that it was such a simple process.
Nice. I love that. So you do have to have the business established already. It can't be, hey, I think I'm going to be an organization. Let's apply for that. You've got to have all the businessy things. And there's a lot to that. Did you already have like an LLC or what did you have in place already?
So I already had an LLC set up and an S corp, and I felt like that was the best way for me.
Okay.
I know some people are sole proprietors, so it doesn't mean you can't hire employees, but I found out by talking to my accountant that this is what would work for my setup.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So there's a lot of behind the scenes business stuff that has to happen before you can go as an organization on Outschool. Okay, good to know, because I know I've had some, well, I could make some lessons and hire some teachers under me, and there's the business stuff behind there that's got to be in place ahead of time. You can't just decide to be an organization one day and jump in to head that up. Got it. Got it. So what would be the advantages of teachers joining under like a head teacher in an organization versus doing independent teaching? What are the advantages of that?
So definitely what we, kind of touched upon earlier, you can split off certain responsibilities. Maybe somebody's going to do customer service for these days or these times. Other people might want to do more curriculum development, and other people may want to just teach. And then also your hours. We've got that 24/7 on Outschool, which is amazing. I've got parents asking me for hours I can't support. So I actually need to hire more teachers. So anybody who's looking for, organization.
Do you need a job?
You do need a job. You want to join me? So yeah, because we have students from Australia, and they keep wanting more time slots, and I just can't provide it. So it's awesome to be able to have other teachers on the team and working together to try to meet these parents' needs.
Yes, that's so great. So can someone join a head teacher, an organization, and still do independent classes on Outschool, or is it one or the other?
I believe you could do both. You would need to have two separate profiles, and of course your organization would need to approve that. So if you join an organization, make sure you know our contract states, and all the elements in there. I would feel, just personally, I wouldn't want to compete with my organization or use the materials. So, you would separate yourself. You want to do something different than your organization, I don't see why not.
Yeah. Okay. So it just depends on what the arrangement is that they have. Gotcha. So many interesting things I'm learning today. So who determines pay? When it comes down to it, we're working for money, right? Let's talk about the money. Yes. So what cut, because if you're an independent teacher on Outschool, they take that 30% for providing the platform and the marketing and all of the things. So what's the difference then if they join an organization? What's the cut for them out of that?
Yeah, so definitely your organization needs to make money itself. And even though my goal is for my teachers to make as much as possible, I still need to be able to provide overhead. So as we develop, if we want to do our own marketing, or we have somebody who's doing curriculum and is not teaching, or people who are going to be doing customer service or other support, we want to be able to pay for all that. Right. And so we need to set aside some of the money. So the teachers obviously are not going to get the full amount that they would get as they were as an individual teacher. And there are those pros, because as an organization, the organization is going to take care of certain things that you would have had to take care of as a teacher and not get paid for. So on a case-by-case basis, I make arrangement with my teachers before they get onto Outschool or before they join the organization. I talk to them about, what's reasonable to pay them so that we can move forward and make the organization sustainable. Right. And once they come to agreement with me, that's pretty much where we start. And then my goal, as I've told them, is we want to be able to grow more, and I'm going to give them more bonuses and raises, as the organization grows. So it's not like they're just staying at one pay. My organization and my salaries are going to grow with the teacher. Right, right. So that is all determined by the organization head individually, depending on what the organization is. They determine what the teachers make under them. Exactly. It's not determined by Outschool. Okay, perfect. And then we've talked a little bit about the businessy stuff. I know I've had people asking about having to claim employees in your organization, if you have to change your business style. Is that all maintained pretty much the same as what you were doing before as a business, having employees under you? So I kept everything the same. because I had the LLC and I had set myself up as an S Corp.
Mhm.
I already had one of the most essential pieces was just the EIN number.
Yes.
And then because I had that, I could hire employees. So if you have a different entity, look into what you need, but no matter what, you need an EIN number so you can hire employees.
Right. Gotcha. So then when you have to pay these employees, you've got all this businessy stuff set up, you're an organization. How do you manage? I know it's different for everybody. Everybody's going to do their own thing in business, but what have you found to work just as an example as far as managing that payroll aspect?
So I have found my ideal program, which is Gusto. And all I do is set up, the employees, in fact, they have their own login and they can put in their own information, or I can do it as well. And basically it sets up the payroll for me, or it pays them. It does my W-2s, it does my 1099s, all of that's in the system. And I just check on it every 2 weeks.
Nice.
Really nice.
We love automation, right? Anything
Yes.
that can be automated in the
Yes.
business realm, that's what we're doing. So what was it? Gusto? Is that what you said?
Gusto. Yes. And then maybe we could put a link for
Yeah,
that.
definitely. We'll drop a link in the description. That'd be great. So that's wonderful. So any tips that you have as we wrap all this up, what tips do you have for those considering starting an organization? We've talked about needing the business established, but what else would you recommend for anybody kind of wanting to start something like this on Outschool?
I would definitely say think about it, definitely write the pros and cons about starting an organization, because once you do it, that's how that's how your Outschool reputation. Oh, that was another thing. My reputation actually passed to Outschool. So I was super excited about that. So that and all that information passed to my organization, you can't really go back. You don't want to go back. So make sure you know that before you're getting started. And then the other thing is it was actually way easier than I thought. So if you are thinking about it and you just want to, talk to somebody about whether or not it's right for you and get some thoughts, I would definitely talk to somebody. And if you're on the fence and you're leaning more towards the organization, maybe just jump right in. Know that you need your payroll, your communication, some filing systems, some businessy things in place. But I think it's been a wonderful opportunity that Outschool's given to us.
Awesome. Awesome. This is so interesting to hear because I know plenty about applying and getting hired as an individual and making your own courses and things, but it's a completely different aspect for someone who's wanting to teach online, but is very intimidated by creating their own curriculum or all of the ins and outs of that, just to show up and teach under someone else. That's such an interesting idea. So before we go, tell us a little bit more specifically about what your organization does. If someone is looking to work for an organization, you said you're needing more teachers. So tell us about your organization a little more.
So we offer Singapore Math Method mathematics. And I am super excited to offer this on Outschool because I have a passion for it. My son went through it and I feel like his mathematics got so much stronger because of it. So we offer a really simple, easy to understand, step-by-step methodology through our teaching of Singapore methods. And we also do some ACT and SAT prep in math just to help students who want that extra edge on those tests.
Awesome. Okay, so primarily math focused, especially the Singapore method and prepping for college tests. That's so great. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. I have learned a lot today and I'm grateful for that. Hopefully everyone else has too. If this has been helpful for you, be sure to like this video and share it with other people that you think it would be helpful for. And do not forget to hit that little subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified when videos like this go live, or whenever I go live on the channel. You don't want to miss that either. Ingrid, thank you so much for being here.
It's been my pleasure, Rachel. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, be sure to check out her information in the description box, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.